Good day, everyone. This is me again, Hart, for another video. And for today, I'm going to read a section in Chris Williamson's latest newsletter, in which I've found so interesting. So, this part of the newsletter goes like this. In retrospect, you see that you had the ability to handle them, and there was nothing to be bothered about, which suggests that if you've just come out of the hardest period of your life, this seems like a cause for celebration. New workload level unlocked. Every new challenge shows you a new territory you were scared of but survived. Each time you break a new limit, you now know you have the capacity to handle more than you ever did before. It's inverse PTSD, like workload exposure therapy that teaches you, oh, I've been here before and I didn't die. This is okay. So why did I want to share this thing that I've read from Chris Williamson's newsletter? It is because this is what I've gone through for the past weeks. As I've decided, if you've watched my if you watch my previous video, I've said that I've started working as a nurse in the hospital. And my fear, or the challenge days before the start of my work, was my fear, anxiety, and stress of maybe worrying worrying about maybe I will not be capable enough to do the things that are needed, especially the nursing procedures that I need to do in each and every day of the work, the tasking, the worries that I have, because I will be handling the life of a patient, the life of another human being. And for the first time, for the first time, I rented a boarding house in which it is just me. I don't have a companion, and it's not about being a student anymore. It's about me having this early adult job and starting to become more independent and start to pay for my own bills, pay for my own expenses. And those are a lot of worries, and it really challenged me. It pushed me to go outside of my comfort zone. And I almost had, or maybe I really had, this mental breakdown for the first few days of staying here, days before my first day in the job. And I cried, and I was overwhelmed about the thoughts that I am having, in which those thoughts are mostly negative and is hindering me from seeing the reality as it is, because my body, my mental my my mental capacity and my physical capacity of handling the emotions and the thoughts that I have was or the emotions and thoughts that I'm having was not really new, but more of overflowing, that made me feel overwhelmed. So it forced me to confront it, because it made the statement, no one is coming to save you, make me feel in reality, or I I felt the reality of the saying, no one's going to save you, go save yourself. And in that moment, I decided I need to muster up the courage to really trust that I would surpass this, or I am capable enough to survive the job, the nature of the job, and the day-to-day stress that it holds, or it it has. So it also reminds, or this part of the newsletter of Chris Williamson reminded me of the other saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And it's identical with the last part of the newsletter which I've read. It's like workload exposure therapy that teaches you, oh, I've been here before and I didn't die. This is okay. So if you didn't die and you've survived something so difficult, then it's not, or then it will only make you stronger. Even though at the moment of suffering, the moment of feeling the discomfort and going through it, it feels so unbearable, or it feels overwhelming. It feels like you're not going to survive. And to add to that, the fact that we are still having this, or we still have a mind of our ancestors in which we are in this constant flight or fight mode, in which our mind thinks that we are still in the era that we need to survive from a predator. And so it goes on this cycle of trying to survive even though there's no predator, or there's nothing to be afraid of in terms of the survivability of your own existence in this world. So it is really helpful to think about that, to think about the challenges that you are confronting right now, that instead of staying in your comfort zone, you really push yourself to go outside of it and confront it, despite being unsure, being uncertain of what the outcome or what result will happen, or what will you become, who you'll become after having suffered, or having undergone the challenge. And going back to the newsletter, as we try to push ourselves in every corner, in every corner of our comfort zone, as we go outside of that, as we go outside of the box, as we try to reach higher and higher challenges, difficult and even more difficult challenges as we face, we realize that our capacity to handle those challenges also expands. And if it expands, then you're capable of doing bigger and bigger challenges, overcoming bigger and bigger struggles. And soon enough, you will find yourself becoming this person who is resilient, who is strong, who is proficient, who is excellent about a particular thing, because you had this skill, you developed this skill of sitting in with the discomfort, sitting with the boredom, sitting with the fact that you're not okay, but you're still gonna do it anyway. And this skill is one important skill, is applicable to any area of our life. And if we mastered it enough, I know that if all of us practice it, we would all bring advancement and bring our own expertise in different fields that would greatly help the humanity as a whole. So, if you have any comments about this video, or any suggestions, or anything that you wanted to talk about, you can comment on the comment section below. And if you like this video, you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, if you want more wisdom coming right at you, then see me on the next video. Goodbye.